entire life, I've been convincing myself that I am not a liar. But you know what I realized? That was a lie. Do you see these shoes? And these shoes? And these shoes? And these? They're all too small. You see, one day I decided that I was a shoe size 7. I'd gone into a shoe store, I tried a pair of shoes, they were a size 7. I liked that. I liked the thought of being a size 7. And it didn't matter that up until that point I'd been a size 7.5, 8. No, I decided I liked the thought of being a size 7 shoe. So from that day on, I decided to always purchase a size 7 shoe, regardless of whether or not the shoe really fit me or not. I just thought that, you know, it'll expand once my foot has been in there for a little bit. Turns out, the shoes are still too small. These fit though, that's why those are the only ones that look used. This is just one of the tiniest lies that I've told myself, because the more I journal, the more lies I've been catching myself lying to myself about. I gotta actually clean this up because someone special is landing in LAX tonight. So I wanna make sure, you know, don't have shoes on my bed, because who does that? These lies really just come from me wanting to fool myself into believing things that just aren't true, or not being willing, refusing to accept things that I know deep down are true. And it can be tiny aspirational lies, saying to myself, from now on, I'm gonna do my dishes every night before I go to bed. And this is what I woke up to this morning. Or telling myself that I can't hang this on the wall until this special guest arrives today. And now it's just been like sitting here for the last 2 weeks. Do you see how like I would have to like be really specific with how I measure it to put it on the wall? I lie to myself and tell myself that I'm not able to hang that up on the wall right here where it's supposed to go. I should just wait for someone to come save me and help me, when really, I'm the one who's hung up these.
You know, it just took a few extra tries to get it straight.
I'm the one who put together this couch, hung up these. I made the lamp.
Even this chair. I was able to do it all because I had no choice. And now that I have a choice, I'm kind of lying to myself because I'm waiting for this person to help me.
And I think we can all resonate with this lie. Today's when I make the change. Today is when I eat a fully clean diet. And then later in the day, I look into my fridge and I spot. And then I do it anyway. And I tell myself, tomorrow's a better day to get started. I think we all know about that lie, don't we? I'm actually hungry, so some yogurt. That didn't go to plan. I thought it was gonna swing around. Wait, the other way maybe. Another lie that I've told myself is, if let's say in the past I've gone to an audition and I would not get the job, then I would tell myself, oh, I didn't really want that job anyway. Also, if you're wondering what's going on over there, the other day when I was shooting one of these videos, I decided to use this table as a chair. It turns out that was not a good idea. I ordered some super glue and we're gonna see if we can fix it. I'm thinking you may be able to relate to this one. You've been in a situation and someone said something, did something that triggered you, and you get uncomfortable. You feel some sort of way. And instead of acknowledging that, being honest with yourself of what you're actually feeling, what part of you was triggered in that moment, you maybe get defensive, or maybe you go home and you reach towards food, alcohol, cigarettes, whatever makes you feel comfortable in that very moment. Something that will easy, quick fix for you to overcome those negative emotions that you're feeling, instead of actually being honest with yourself and seeing what part of you it was that was triggered, and then taking care of that part instead of finding something outside of yourself to layer those emotions and feelings that you're actually feeling inside. Or maybe you're telling yourself you're too old for that. This chair never wants to just do full swing. I have this thing in my mind, this vision of it just being like shoo, and then this like crazy transition. That's better. Maybe you've been telling yourself that you're too old for this dream that you deep down want. I've definitely told myself when I've had a thought of starting something that like it's too late, or it's, you know, my time has passed for that thing. My mom was a hairdresser up until she was like almost 40, and then she just decided to switch her careers, and then she took a couples therapy, family counseling, psychotherapist, hypnotherapist, sex therapist, Syrian, like all these different educations the next like 10 years. She's still doing a bunch, and now she has like one of the most successful clinics in all of Denmark. I think she's pretty cool. There's so many people who've done that so late in their careers, changed their path. Like Stan Lee, the Marvel guy, the one who created Spider-Man and all of those Marvel movies. I heard that he made his first comic sketch when he was 39 years old. And then there's this guy who says, I'm 78 years old and I'm stronger and lighter than I was in high school. On my 70th birthday, I saw a video of myself hunched over and shuffling up the podium where I was giving a talk. I was shocked. I looked like an old man. And so he changed his life. 70 years old. Or maybe you're telling yourself that you're too young for something. And I could come up with a whole list of teenagers who created businesses and competed and won against like adult athletes. But I'm not gonna bore you with that. You get the point. Okay, so I'm gonna have to turn my office into a little guest room situation. Here I got my desk set up and we're just gonna move around some things. Yesterday I took down all my lights and my green screen and stuff, and I actually this morning caught myself in a lie. I told myself that all these things that I had to do today, I wasn't gonna be able to also make a YouTube video and edit the YouTube video and let it come up tomorrow. Today is the 23rd of March. Oh, I keep seeing 4-4. Anyone else do that? I feel so good when I do that. I told myself that I don't think I could film and edit and do all the things I had to do today. I told myself that I wasn't able to do that. But then I realized that that maybe was because I was trying to be perfect. And I think that a lot of us do this thing, that we're trying to be so perfect that we lie to ourselves that it's not possible. But then we can ask ourselves, what would it look like if it were easy? And if it didn't have to be perfect? This video is not gonna be perfect, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and make this thing work. When we catch these lies, when we get awareness, then all we can do is do our best. About the pleaser lies. This looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now we just need some sheets on the bed. I picked up, just need to give it a little. Pleaser lies are the lies that we tell others to get validation or feel more loved, or try to protect our image, or just like be cool and fancy and all that stuff. I wanted to put on a pair of my too small shoes to show you that it doesn't necessarily hurt when you make the lie / purchase the shoe, but later down the line, it's gonna be a little painful. I actually can't put this on. In my defense, these were shipped. I never actually got these at a store, so I couldn't tell that they were this small. I guess this is a good sign that even though you maybe lied to yourself, it's okay to realize that you did that and take off the shoe that doesn't fit / acknowledge the lie and then make a better choice / put on a pair of shoes that fit. It's okay. Be good to yourself. Change the shoes. Acknowledge that you made a mistake. Tell yourself that that's okay. Put on the clean, these are not clean, fitting shoes / the truth, and keep moving. It's time to return the Amazon packages that I should have done a week ago. But you guys are coming with me. If you saw last week's video, you may be happy to see that I got my key back. And if you didn't see last week's video, it was just a whole lot of a mess where I lost my keys, peed my pants, stepped into a trash can. So really, maybe it's a good thing you didn't watch it.
Thing that I didn't share with you on that day is that Build Bar, the sponsors of today's video, actually came to the rescue while the locksmith was doing his thing. my Built bars had arrived. And so while I was waiting for that lock to unlock,
Sorry.
I got to enjoy their new Shamrock bar. Let me tell you, it's so delicious. It's made with 100% white chocolate. It only has 150 calories, 17 grams of protein, and only 6 grams of sugar. You can't taste that because it just tastes like a chocolate bar. It's naturally flavored, and inside you can find real cookie pieces. I'm not saying that I almost finished the whole box this week, but I may be very close to
You
it.
can use my code FERNALA10 and get 10% off. Enjoy yourself some Built bars because they're really delicious. Do you want one? Okay, back to the video. Not today, my friend. A pleaser lie could be like you telling someone that you like their shirt when you really don't, or that you like their spaghetti bolognese when really you don't. But I feel like those kind of lies, that's not the kind of lies I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of lies where you're on your way to your first ever Beyonce concert and you've been excited all month. Now your phone rings. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hello? It is your friend on the phone. Your friend is asking you if you can take her dog for a walk in about 30 minutes. Oh yeah, absolutely. I can definitely do that. I'm not about to do anything important at all. I'll do that. This was maybe a little bit of an extreme example. I don't think a lot of people would say yes to this, but I think that often we lie to ourselves the importance of the things that we've committed to for our own personal joy, kind of just neglect that, put that aside for other people's need. And so we lie to ourselves in the importance of what we want to do with our life, what we want to do throughout our days to please others, because we feel like if we don't please them, then we'll be unworthy, then they'll think that we're not good humans. And the worst fear as humans is to be judged or not loved by others. And so it's just really about being honest with ourselves. Is it really important for me to go to this Beyonce concert right now? Yes, it is. If I explain that to my friend, I'm sure she's gonna understand, and then any other day, I'd be more than happy and willing to help her walk her dog. But those aren't really even like the really, really important pleaser lies that we all tell. I think we should talk about that, but first let me just return these packages. The person who's coming over likes Greek yogurt too, so we don't wanna run out. Okay, so when I was in high school, I knew with myself for years that I did not want to go to college or university, as it's called in Denmark. And in Denmark, it's free, so it's like, why would you not do that? I just knew with myself that my career was gonna look differently. During the 3 years of high school, which is how long high school is in Denmark, I slowly got affected by people's opinion about what it would look like to have a successful life. People's opinions on the fact that it's smart, it's good to go to college, which that is very, very correct. I just had this gut feeling in my heart that my path was gonna look differently. But because I felt so affected by other people's opinions and me wanting to be liked by these other people who had other opinions than me, I got so affected by other people's opinions that I slowly started lying to myself about the fact that this was my opinion as well. When I then moved away from my hometown, I slowly started to return to what I wanted again. This is just to say that it's so easy for us to get affected by other people's opinions on us and what we should do that we slowly start to believe that that's our opinions as well. Look at this. I've been lying to myself that at some point it'll be perfectly convenient for me to run by Goodwill and bring this clothes to them, but I haven't done that yet. But we need to make space for a suitcase here for later when I'm picking this person up at the airport. So that's how secure you're gonna feel once you stop lying to yourself. Really important pleaser lie that we gotta talk about is in relationships, because maybe you deep down know that this isn't meant to be, but you keep lying to yourself that it should be. Or maybe it's a pleaser lie and you don't want to hurt the other person, but if you deep down know for something to be true, often the other person can sense that energy. Maybe that other person is feeling the same thing, but you're not doing you nor the other person a favor by living in that lie and continuing that lie. It's one of the tough ones, right? That's a really tough lie to have to admit to yourself.
Starting route to Goodwill, Southern California.
A lie could also be like saying that, oh, the world is such a terrible place. I wish I had money so I could do something. But like, we can all do something, whether it's like donating a little bit of clothes, giving $5 to a homeless person that we see on the street so they can have dinner, or maybe eventually we'll be able, the more we make, the percentages that we share with the people in need become more and more and more. Over a lifetime, who knows how many people we could have made feel good in those like small moments of need. All the doors are closed. Feeling like this, oh no, it's open. Okay.
It says pull, but there's no handle to pull. How does that even work? Entrance behind building, but I was just there.
And around again, one more time. Someone who has a shoe size 7 is gonna get a really nice pair of shoes today. So even when we do lie to ourselves and we make a mistake, someone else may benefit from it. That's just the truth. Just like your friend who needed a dog walker. She'll be happy if you say yes, but you might not be happy if you miss that Beyonce concert. Back at the front, I'm so confused. Okay, I get it. Okay. Sorry?
Sorry, we opened this at 10.
Oh, okay. If I just want to put
Is it just that one?
Yeah,
I'll just take it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good day. What if right now you're like, I don't ever lie to myself.
Let's go home and I will prove you wrong, my friend. And it may not feel fun at first, but I promise you, your life is going to be magnificent after if you do the thing we're about to talk about now. All of my lies come from either laziness, not wanting to put in the work, fear, I don't want to fail, fear of judgment, that's still fear, but like being afraid of what people are gonna think of me if I do it, or not thinking I'm good enough. I wish you could see how clean this car is, because yesterday I cleaned it on the inside out. I've always told myself that I am just like naturally a messy person, but then I realized something. That really is just a lie that I am a messy person. I have created an identity around the fact that I believe myself to be a messy person. When I wasn't working out regularly, I didn't see myself as a very fit person. And I had to catch myself in that lie that I wasn't a fit person, because it was really just because I didn't take the action steps as a fit person would do. I didn't go to the gym on the daily, or that I wasn't necessarily the most healthy person because I wasn't making the most healthy eating choices. Then when I was able to catch those lies, then I was able to make a change. And so recently I've been a little bit better at cleaning up after myself and seeing myself a little bit less as a messy person. And I think that it's important that we remember that we aren't always ready at the same time to catch all of our lies, but if we just take one little lie at a time, then that's probably the best thing that we can do for ourselves anyway. Sometimes it's taken me a full year to learn to accept and acknowledge and come to an understanding of the fact that I've been telling myself this lie. Hello! That it's okay that it takes us a while. But the thing that we owe to ourselves is to become aware. Because only when we have awareness can we slowly start to make these changes, acknowledgements or acceptances of the thing that we've been lying about. For years, you may have been telling yourself that you just don't have the time to work out. And then after watching this video, you're like, my screen time on my phone is 4 hours, and I watch at least 2 hours of Netflix every single night. And you realize, I have been telling myself this lie. It may take you a while to make the changes, but just the fact that you have gotten to this awareness today, I think is beautiful. But what if you don't know? If you don't know what you've been lying to yourself about, or you need a little guidance, talk about what we can do in that situation. Oh shoot, I think I may have bought the wrong sheets. Aw, that's a pretty background, isn't it? Bring out a journal, or you ask yourself in this very moment, in what ways have I been lying to myself? And maybe that's a little bit of too broad of a question. What would make me feel the most joyful or peaceful or proud in my life in this very moment? That we think as if we had no limits. Or maybe that's not the one, so then instead you ask yourself, this writing is getting sloppier by the minute. I'm just impatient while I'm writing, and therefore I choose not to write very prettily. What is something in my life that doesn't feel right now? You'll know the answer. Or maybe What is something that my intuition, God, the universe, has been trying to tell me, but that I've been avoiding or not wanting to listen to? Because often we don't even know that we're lying to ourselves. Like, we're not doing it intentionally. We're really just probably protecting ourselves from life's dangers. Let's just make one final one. These are the kind of questions I've been asking myself for the last few years that have helped me catch all these lies that I've been telling to myself. When I've been catching these lies, I've come to a new level of awareness. And when I've come to this new level of awareness, I've been able to slowly, in my own speed, make changes in my life that have really just been miraculous. And that's what I want for you. In case you're a liar, like I am. When we catch ourselves in this lie, we think it's like so hard. What would it look like if it were easy? Which is, like I just told you previously, something I asked myself about making this video today that I want to upload tomorrow. What would this look like if it was easy? We make it hard, but there's always a simpler way. And then life just in general gets easier, and we all want an easier, simpler life, don't we? And these lies are not gonna stop showing up, but we'll become more aware of them. And in that process, we'll become more authentic and real and a master of our lies. If you like this video, I hope you want to check out this video because I think you're going to really like it. I got a little run-in. Now I'm at the airport. Look who I found! My dad's in town!